We get to tweet now the presidential spokesman, Honorable Alhaji Alpha Kanu. They can talk to we about government position or government reaction to the announcement the U.S. government make. The Secretary of State Anthony J. Blinken announced on Friday that they don't announce visa restriction to certain individuals na salon for the role where they play their involvement in the June 24th multi-tier elections. Good morning, Honorable Alpha Kanu, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Lambrana. Good morning, everybody.
I'm sure government, either through social media or through the mainstream media or officially, we don't receive this. Waiting now government reaction to the statement from the U.S. Secretary of State and then position.
Well, this information reach everybody else. On a press statement made by the Secretary of State for the United States, Mr. Anthony Blinken. We talks them at the United States and don't decide for activate Article 212A3C of the Immigration and Nationality Act for make them go restrict, forgive visa to certain individuals we then sabi, we then believe say the hamburging the democratic process in Sierra Leone, including the past elections. Now so we have taken one through the press release. Maybe a note verbal go on follow. We embassy at Washington. But all of the information we get, the first information we get usually now through this press release. But of course, what's in government get for do? American didn't get their country. And then they admit what they want. And they refuse what they want. And they restrict what they want. And the law we quote, the state are very clear. Say this not target the Sierra Leonean people. It not target government either. Target particular individuals where they believe say they're enjoying for hamburging the elections we pass through various ways: intimidation, violence, couscous, and threatening remarks, and they say vote rigging. We as a government, we don't know of any vote rigging. They know. So they know why they say this. But as you can see, the net way they cast it wide. It includes almost everybody will be involved in politics, in elections, and possibly make some remarks or threaten other people and all that. So it is not targeted against government.
But like you said, in that wide, it includes people in government as well. It might include people in government
well. That is the point. That is the point. You see, you not only make that statement, but you also quote the Article 212A3C, where state clearly say, if the United States, they apply this law against alien than a stranger, that law they not go apply to anybody when an official of a foreign government. And Sierra Leone government, not a foreign government. You know, they apply to anybody where they turn up for election in a foreign country. In the period just before the election. Maybe after the election, well, then go where they go. But if you're now a serving member of government, you know, they affect you. That's what the law says. And I can read you the caveat.
Okay.
So it says, foreign nationals may be inadmissible if granting the foreign national a visa would cause potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences for the U.S. However, it does not apply to an alien who is an official of a foreign government or purported government, even if it is not a recognized government. But if it is purported and by popular acceptance, they say not government, we will include the other foreign military regimes and all that. If you didn't have that government, this law no they affect you. They're not going to restrict you because you're working for a government. And they don't want to foresee them to be interfering in the democracy and the process of governance of other people. You know? I say also, number two, a candidate for an election to a foreign government office during the period just before the elections. Okay. Maybe after the election. If you know him, you're not in government, and they believe you do something, then something will affect you. And it says clearly.
La read within the press statement where the Secretary of State's been pulled out, just for put them into context, so people themselves with the watch can understand. You see, the United States is committed to supporting and advancing democracy in Sierra Leone and around the world. Today I am announcing a new visa restriction policy under Section 212A3C of the Immigration and Nationality Act for undermining the democratic process in the June 2023 Sierra Leone election. Under this policy, the United States will pursue visa restriction for those believed to be responsible or complicit in undermining democracy in Sierra Leone, including through the manipulation or rigging of the electoral process, intimidation of voters, election observers, or civil society organizations through threat or acts of physical violence, or the abuse or violation of related human rights in Sierra Leone. Family members of such persons may also be subject to these restrictions. Persons who undermine the democratic process in Sierra Leone, including the lead up to, during, and following Sierra Leone's 2023 elections, may be found ineligible for U.S. visas under this policy. The visa restriction policy announced today will apply to specific individuals and is not directed at the Sierra Leonean people. This decision reflects the commitment of the United States to support Sierra Leoneans' aspiration to have free and fair elections that demonstrate the will of the people and strengthen democracy and the rule of law. Earlier you say the net's wide and involve, they not specifically say who's person, but people in governance were involved in elections as well.
And so are those who are not in government.
Exactly. So are you saying the quotes, the section where you quote, so this law not get for?
No, it does not. Because
people in our government,
no,
people
no,
in
it
public.
does not. No, it does not. This law is very clear.
But if so, are you saying this is targeting who now? If it's not targeting,
well, I don't know. I am not Anthony Blinken. I am not the one.
But Anthony Blinken making points very clear.
Yeah, but he also quotes a law that is something where then they abide by in America. Okay. That law they say this. Yes, so we will pass this edict, this restriction will they pass. It is according to we law when Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 212A3C. And what does Section 212A3C say? It says yes to go make people inadmissible. However, if then they work for a foreign government, you know, they affect them. How much more do you want to know? If the person they turn up election for a foreign government office, during the period where he did and that period they take the election, it's not going to affect them, they're not going to restrict them. Okay. But maybe after the election, if you do not become a government official, something will affect you. That's what I'm saying. But this one clearly says that people that will work in a foreign government are not affected. It's very clear. So the government is confident that no one in this government will be affected by this restriction? If they are working for government. That's what the law says. Okay. If you work in a government, you're a government official, this law no go affect you. That is what it is saying. Unless they want to bend it or amend it. Yesterday, well, I don't know. But the one way I don't hear from where the 31st August, we're in Kotam, is say, if you are a government official. The decision for making the U.S. government understand what's in our position. We hope, say, the delay not be for happen, but it don't happen. They are the referees. Now them don't decide, say, this game had the delay and small because of bad weather. Or because the field not conducive at the moment. So they say delay, they don't say they stop them. And now they go put a few things the way they want we as a government of Sierra Leone for follow. One of them is what? Get a elections review committee, which we are putting together. For let we look at how then go review the laws that govern elections in Sierra Leone with the constitution, and see how we go improve them for future elections. And this review, let people know it is not for the election we don't done. This is why don't done first. That's the next one. So we make sure so we're not going to make that same mistake.
Is that an admittance problem been there with the election?
No, I did not say that.
No, I'm asking.
No,
I'm
I
not
didn't
saying
say.
you say.
No, I didn't say. The Americans say. They believe there were problems.
No, I'm asking the review where the president announced,
No, but
the review committee. Is it an admittance that there were issues with
now,
the
let me
election?
tell you something. You tell me they play football. I mean, they call me Dennis Law. When you didn't play, not fully they play. You know they know your mistakes. Now, that they watch you. The Americans are spectators. They've been watching. Maybe they don't see here and there where we can improve things. So they will help us with the review. There are international community people here. There are even Sierra Leonean organizations where they watch. Say, sometimes them for don't put that goal post there instead of them put on that side. We'll not be the side. We know the side with the field. Our aim was to win that game. And we practice. And we play hard. And we win that game. So you're not going to say, oh, don't win the game. Because they're not been set the field, something be wrong, you been tilted small or something. You go.
What if the ref been rogue for low and win the game and the observer then see and say, no, this ref not be ref fine for this game.
Then you go to the match commissioner. You go to the match commissioner. You go report. Say, this week game it not been fair. And who's the match commissioner here? The Supreme Court. But the people that will come second because me personally lost this election. The other you can second, i.e. the Dr. Samura Kamara. It's not even the APC. And Dr. Samura Kamara can second. Because individuals then go contest. Him and President Bill. Nine can second. If you say the Rogam, go to the match commissioner. But you say no, they go. Maybe because you don't get evidence for sure say, now yeah, they rogue me. Just feel say, something I be me tell me for don't win this election and all that kind of thing. But you know, God say kulillahi malik al-mulk tutil mulka man tasha wa tu'izu man tasha bi yadika al-khair innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. God say, when you tempt come for be king, I make you king. When I want to reduce you from being a king, I make you a pauper. So na me na the Lord, na me they give you that I want, na me they take you that I want. At this time, in 2023, 24 June, God, na President Julius Maada Bio in Tabule na knock.
Okay.
And if you don't knock him, if you feel say that was a mistake, then say go to the match commissioner, go report to the referee. But you are not going there.
Instead of not
not trust the system.
Sorry?
Instead of not trust the match commissioner.
So then what do? You're living in a state. You don't like the state, you don't trust the state of Sierra Leone. Leave Sierra Leone. Go somewhere else. But in Sierra Leone we have laws. And our institution starts from the judiciary, calm down. It starts from the parliament, calm down. It comes to the executive, calm down. There are three institutions. We have a president, we have a chief justice, and we have a speaker of the house. Now they want to lead with governance organs in the country. If you don't trust any of those, then why do you live in Sierra Leone? Go to Gambia, go to Senegal, go to the United States. Maybe it's better for you. But here, these are the laws that govern us according to the 1991 Constitution, where and they say we becoming a BAPC. Now we write that Constitution. The 1991 Constitution of President Joseph Saidu Momo, the late President Joseph Saidu Momo, now in commissioner, now in writer. Now Dr. Abdoulaye Conte, former Attorney General, now in Kerango Parliament. Then pass him. And today, they no change one comma. We will come from the NPRC days, they not be able to change one comma. Then come back now, we self come, we try for review, we not change one comma. Now, President Bill, they not change one comma. So the Constitution, how we write, and that's really dumb. And that is what President Bill is following. The man of rules, the man of law, man of regulations. So if spectators they look, you say, that game they know, we all will be the watch game. That ball, then they be rogue with that, then I be handball, na this, na that. But when you want to show the proof, and you know VAR there, go to the match commissioner.
Earlier you mentioned section 212. The producer just don't pull some other section. We talk about ineligibility based on sanction activities. And
which section?
They read so under section.
No number.
2128.3c. Say allows. It say this allows the secretary under adverse foreign policy consequences. So this allows the secretary of state to exclude under certain circumstances any applicant whose entry or proposed activities in the United States will have potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences for the United States. It go further and say an applicant who is an official of a foreign government or purported government, or who is a candidate for election to a foreign government, or may not be excluded under INA section 212 A3C solely because of any past, current, or expected belief, statements, or association which will be lawful. It go further for say exceptions for other applicants. Applicants other than foreign government officials or candidates for government office may not be excluded because of their past, current, or expected beliefs, statements, or association, if lawful in the United States, unless the Secretary of State personally determines that the applicant's admission will compromise a compelling U.S. foreign policy. Okay. Will government make public the delegation?
Oh yes, at the end of the day they will. At the end of the day they will. And when it is made public, I will get to know if I'm on that delegation.
Okay, but for now you don't know.
For now, I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, Sonia, you get a question?
No, not at all.
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Alaji.
I get last word. I want to talk to my people.
Okay, right. You always get that. And that's I can see them they share around our social media.
I debate them. Now, two groups of people I want to talk to now. Well, three. One person, a group, and then the country. The first person I want to talk to now, Dr. Samura Kamara. You have so much to gain by making sure that this imbroglio, this impasse, apparent impasse, they resolve them. They resolve them, you will be put on a pedestal of a statesman. If we don't resolve it, if blames have to be, you will get part of that blame. And me no one get a part blame because you don't work a lot for this country up to the age where they so. From Bank of Sierra Leone, I sabi you in the 1980s. So now, I don't sabi you for any other Ben thing where go make people then where they come. I know see you not a good person. So today, I ask you, find a way within you for let una sit down make una talk. What do you want? What do you want? This election will not be reversed. We laws not say so. You be for able to maybe get a chance for say if I go to court something the court could do this, but you have refused to go there. So that's not the one person. Second, the APC. We have been part of the APC. We suffer for APC from 1962 until 28 April 2003. That is 61 years. I did with APC. But now I dread me. But when I dread me, I still feel it say the party get a future. Because this country is a two-party day. We're able for mobilize, heavy support, critical mass of people, the APC and the SLPP. So we need a balance. So the APC for come up, ask the opposition. Una people they don't vote for now. Now I go beg them. Say we don't vote for you. They don't vote. Now they are not represented in parliament and also in the councils. So they are gonna go work for the people. I've been giving example just now. The Republicans, they mean they pray for President Donald Trump win a second term. It not be win. But the Republicans in Congress, they're in Congress. The Republicans will win Senate, they're in a Senate. They are working towards making sure that they can stand against. Some of them are even pushing hard for let President Trump gets the nomination and make it come back and win the election. That's what they're hoping for. So me they tell Una, say if Una help Dr. Samura Kamara and the APC, Una will get mandate for talk where people hear it, and at the right time it becomes news. Now Una are the MP and the councillors. Now when you're in the street, you talk, they make one news because of the noise they make. When you are in the parliament, when you talk, you can make demands and they listen to you. And the right time, it is in at the hand side. So that's the second group. The third group, Sierra Leone, we all. Now this one green country we get. I get no other side for good. When I see how America they protect themselves, even for their foreign policy, they don't want policy we will go Hamburg, even the foreign policy for go inside their country. They are so jealous of their country because they love it. They are patriots. So I want let we say be patriots. Love your country. Listen to the national pledge. Pledge your love and loyalty to Sierra Leone. You vow to serve her faithfully at all times. You promise to defend her, honor and good name, and fight for her love and unity. So help us all, God. So I had a big one. Let nobody know they overseas. If they drive Mercedes, Rolls Royce, you get big apartment, air conditioned, in kitchen always full up, this and that. Can't tell you, say you go not treat on the rain. Go fight, go cause problems against the law. Not challenge the state. Some people didn't challenge the state yesterday in Israel. And I see what happen. Don't challenge the state. Let them not do them. If they want to do them, let them come. They get money. Let them pay ticket, they come. They can't do them. But let them not ask una, make una no make una pikin and go school. While they don't pikin in school right now. Beside them, they say let you pikin no go school. Don't listen to them. Now lie. If you want better, go school. So I thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Alhaji Alpha Kanu, Presidential Spokesman, for your time, and hopefully we'll get you some other time for talk on the issues within the office of the President. Well, now we end the program Wake Up Sierra Leone Special Edition on AYV Television. Plenty thanks to now we don't watch now we don't listen to we, and the one they don't follow in our social media platforms. We saw you able to read all of the messages them. Thanks to the production team. Wake Up Sierra Leone, they return tomorrow. My name is Amadou Lamranaba.
And me, your name is Sonia Jaffa. Plenty thank you, and we wish you all the best.